Trick or treat. Trump spent a week in Asia negotiating with the world, flew back on a red-eye, and still had enough gas to hand out candy. If this were Joe, he'd be sleeping until Thanksgiving. But there's no sleeping at this White House. You can't even get a bit of shut-eye on Air Force One.
When you go on one of these 23-hour international trips with Donald Trump, if you're lucky, he'll sleep 2 hours. If you're unlucky, he'll be roaming around Air Force One, busting your chops because you've fallen asleep. And like, oh, he's low energy. Look, he's already asleep and he's, been on the plane for 18 hours.
He wakes up the journalists for midnight gaggles.
He wakes up the journalists for midnight gaggles.
No one was sleeping on this trip back home. If the president didn't wake you up, the turbulence did.
These are rough winds in Asia. I must tell you, this is a rough flight. We could have waited an hour, maybe. These are a little tough. These are tough conditions for interviews. They're going to be watching Trump. They're going to say, he didn't look too good. He's got the shakes. I don't have the shakes, but people are going to think I do.
The flight was bumpy, but the sit-down with Xi, smooth sailing.
Overall, I guess on the scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12.
Trump had the upper hand from the start. He made sure to win the body language battle at the first handshake.
And we're going to have a very successful meeting, I have no doubt. But he's a very tough negotiator. That's not good.
Trump never took his eyes off this Chi-Com. During the meeting, Xi kept looking down at his papers. 47, staring him straight in the eyes. Xi knows who deserves a prize.
Mr. President, you care a lot about world peace. And you're very enthusiastic about settling various regional hotspot issues.
China is calling Trump the peace president, but don't take it for granted. Just because 47 wants peace doesn't mean he's not prepared for war. Trump's making sure we're in tip-top shape. He's ordering the Department of War to start testing America's nuclear weapons for the first time in 30 years. And we're also helping South Korea build a nuclear-powered submarine. And we're doing it in the Philly shipyards. If China behaves, there's nothing to worry about. Trump would rather strike deals than targets. And he's leaving Asia with a China deal.
I put a 20% tariff on China because of the fentanyl coming in, which is it's a big tariff. And based on his statements today, I reduced it by 10%. So it's 10% instead of 20% effective immediately. I believe he's going to work very hard to stop the death that's coming in.
China has been promising to help us curb fentanyl for years, so we'll believe it when we see it. Trump told them, do the right thing, and if they know what's good for them, they will. Less fentanyl, more soybeans.
The Chinese have agreed to buy 12 million metric tons of soybeans during this season, and then for the next 3 years, they're going to be buying a minimum of 25 million metric tons per annum.
American farmers are thrilled. So are the taxpayers. No bailout. And it wasn't just soy. Xi wants a taste of American energy. Trump says the Chinese agreed to start buying oil and gas from Alaska. And the more China buys oil from us, the less they buy from Putin. China's also opening up their rare earths market to us, and in exchange, we're suspending tariffs on port fees. And overall tariffs on China will now be about 50%. This isn't meant to be a comprehensive deal. Trump's basically lowering the temperature. China's tough, and Trump is taking his time. It's why the president's going to China next year and inviting Xi to Mar-a-Lago. We're maintaining supremacy over the Chinese. So far, we still have the upper hand. Chuck Schumer, who can't cut a deal for his life, says Trump got rolled. Don't believe this BS. Trump folded on China. Folded? He's taming China, and we gave up nothing. Hakeem's a little jealous that Trump's giving other people attention.
Donald Trump has spent more time talking to Hamas and the Chinese Communist Party than he has in talking to Democrats on Capitol Hill to end the Trump shutdown.
Whose fault's that, Hips? Trump just came home with peace deals and trillions in new business. What have Dens done besides shut down the government? Fetterman's not mad. He's disappointed.
As a Democrat, I am incredibly, I've been disappointed, and I refuse to have a political gamble that's going to put those kinds of food security for 42 million Americans at risk on this. Now, some people might be afraid of the extreme left, but I am not one. I am not one of those Dems.
Maybe Democrats are mad that Trump was lavished with special gifts by all his new friends. The South Koreans literally drenched him in gold. Mr. President, can we offer you this beautiful golden necklace?
That is really beautiful. I'd like to wear it right now. Thank you so much. We'll cherish it.
It was a nice gesture, but Trump had his eyes on something else, the golden crown. And they asked, Mr. President, may we do the honor?
The Cheongnam Gold Crown symbolizes the divine connection between the authority of the heavens and sovereignty on earth. It symbolizes the spirit of Shilla, which brought peace to the Korean Peninsula for the first time, and the opening of the golden age of the Korea-U.S. alliance.
The divine connection between the heavens and sovereignty on earth. Wow. Are the South Koreans calling Trump the new Messiah? Not even Barry got a crown. And the South Koreans just gave this president a crown to a dynasty that goes back to the 1st century BC. Don't worry, Trump's not actually the king of South Korea. The crown's only a replica. Trump's just the king of America. Not our words. Pocahontas said it.
Donald Trump wants to politicize everything in America because he thinks he's the king in charge.
A king? Democrats say, yeah. And he's building a big, beautiful palace, and he's never going to leave.
I personally think that an infrastructure is being built to allow Donald Trump to stay in office indefinitely. I don't think that what's being done to the White House, you don't do that if you think that anybody else is going to inhabit this thing after you, and if you are planning on leaving power.
You know who's really mad about Trump's big, beautiful ballroom? Maddow. She's fuming that her boss paid for it.
For every corporation, like our parent company for another hot minute, Comcast, that wants to pay for Trump to take a literal wrecking ball, an excavator to the White House. Those public-facing companies should know there's a cost.
What would happen to you if you told your boss that he's going to pay? I don't think you'd be clocking in the next day. Kamala's ballroom derangement syndrome is off the walls.
Are you kidding me? This guy wants to create a ballroom for his rich friends while completely turning a blind eye to the fact that babies are going to starve when the SNAP benefits end in just hours from now? Come on. So I'm not going to be distracted by, does the guy have a big hammer? What about those babies?
Newsom says he's demolishing it if he becomes president.
The changes at the White House, the demolition of the East Wing, all the gold in the Oval Office, is all this going to, first of all, this is like a metaphor for how the stuff he is doing now.
The wrecking ball presidency.
Is going to outlast him.
Well,
is the next Democratic president going to get rid of all that stuff?
I think they will. I hope they will. God forbid they don't.
Democrats just don't like nice things. Trump just came home with trillions of dollars in minerals, investments, and open markets, plus stronger military alliances against China and a more self-reliant America. No wonder 47's smiling.
We should smile because we had a great time. But I've been doing this for 5 days, so it's always a little bit tougher. Is everybody happy?
I'm happy.
You having a good time?
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.